This is your reading for December 2019, and one message is coming through really strong for everyone that it's very important that I say before we get into your signs reading, and that is 2019 for all of us on this soul journey, on this soul path, on this path to becoming a human embodiment of your higher self, of the Christ consciousness, of the divine energy, however you want to think about it. All of us on this path in very different specific ways in each of our lives have been healing in 2019. This has been a year of healing, of restoring your heart, of expanding your heart, of expanding your capacity to love and to be a conduit of that divine energy, however you do think of it, in the physical, on this planet, and therefore, transforming the entire planet into that new earth, or that heaven on earth, right? So, since the year has been about healing, the year is now ending. It's over. It's done, and the healing is complete. So the message from Spirit is it's very, very important as you move forward into the next year, into the next chapter, into that higher incarnation of you. It's very important that you do not take that which you have healed with you, that you let that which you have healed stay behind, that you let that weight, because it is weighty, it is heavy, that you let that emotional ballast and all those things that you have healed, that you have been divinely healed from, whether it's from past lives or earlier in this life, that you let them go and stay behind in 2019 and before. So as 2020 starts, 2020 and beyond, you're going to be going up, ascending so rapidly, because you're not going to have that weight anymore. So really important message is just let it go. Let all of that which you've healed, be complete. Let those karmic cycles be complete. And that will lighten you and allow you to ascend, move up very quickly now as we move into this new year. So here's your messages for your sign. Thank you so much for just allowing me to be a part of your year, and we will connect again soon. Bye. Gemini, this is for you, Gemini. Messages for Gemini for December 2019 for your greatest good and highest purpose from your guides. Holy guides, angels, archangels for Gemini. Thank you. What would you like Gemini to know? Thank you. 6 of Wands. In December, you are going to be very, very successful, victorious. This is going to be a month of you being seen and held up and people going, wow, look at that. Look at what they're doing. Okay? Look at what they've done. All right. Now, this is the strongest energy of your reading. This is what Spirit wants you to know most. And that's important to note, that you are successful, you are victorious this month. It's very important for you to stay focused on that, because the next card out is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a shady energy. This is a shady energy of thievery, someone kind of trying to come in jealously and steal that victory or take away from it in some way. This can, and in many cases, Gemini, is just your mind. And in other cases, it can be someone reflecting those thoughts in your mind of, this is too good to be true, or self-sabotage in some way or another. Because you are on this new soul path, following your inspiration, keeping this little flame alive with the Page of Wands of this dream that you have. And it would seem that this thief can very easily, steal that dream, that inspiration. But this swords are just thoughts. They are not real. They are not actually powerful. What is powerful is the wand. The wand is the soul. The wand is soul connection and inspiration. And when you have the wand, you have all the power. So keep that in mind, even though you are just starting out in this endeavor, Gemini, even though you feel still like a beginner. Don't let this shady mind energy, even if it's sort of taken the form of a real person, don't let it knock you off your game in December, okay? Any other guidance for Gemini with this? Thank you. Don't let it knock you off your game. Yeah, but you really need to commit. Two of Pentacles, you need to commit to this success. You need to commit to this new project, because that commitment is going to be what gives you the strength. And you need to put down any burdens you've been carrying of, but I have to do this and that, and no, because this is a 10, it's time for you to end that cycle of carrying the burdens that are not yours to carry. You know, that Seven of Swords energy would love to come in and go, Gemini, what do you think you're doing? You know, you can't be successful in this. You can't do this. You have to take on all these other burdens. You have to keep carrying these. But no, this is a new way for you with the Page of Wands. You've already committed to a new way, and you're very supported in that. The Fool has all the power because the Fool is completely trusting the divine. The Fool does not have to adhere to the rules of the world that other people seem to have to, right? The Fool doesn't take on these burdens, right? So it's really in December, Gemini, this energy of other people looking at you or your own mind and going, Gemini, what do you think you're doing? Well, what I think I'm doing is following the divine. And it may look crazy to you, whoever you are, but Gemini says, but it is not crazy. It is divine, and it's what I'm being guided to do. So you just, and most importantly, the divine's already told you you're successful in it. You are victorious. Keep going. So Gemini, that is an important message for you for December. What is the oracle message? Okay. Also, Gemini, communion, your union, your partnership. Soul partnership, very important in December. God of wisdom, beautiful. You're coming into a new level of knowing, a new understanding of what it is that's really important to you in connection. You're coming into, and see how they're like camping here, and it's very kind of bare bones. You're coming into a sense, Gemini, of what you really need. And you're realizing, wow, the things that are important to me are not the things that I thought were important to me or that anybody else might think are important. But you now have a real clarity of what's truly important and powerful. And it does not look like what you used to think it would. But you know that that's true wisdom. You know that that's true wisdom. That's beautiful. So good job listening to that. You may not receive a ton of confirmation from other people, but you are receiving a ton of confirmation and support from Spirit. And that's what's really important. And also that you know within yourself what's right for you. That's all that matters. Okay? So it's time for you. Keep going. Go the distance. Keep going. Whoops. Now, see, I didn't even realize that was upside down. So don't get turned around accidentally. Don't allow that Seven of Swords energy to make you disoriented. Keep going. They were showing me like someone who's running the wrong way on the football field, thinking that he's, it's like, I'm going, and then he's like scores a goal for the other team. Don't let anybody get you turned around. Don't let anybody or anything get you turned around and confused. You keep your clarity, Gemini. Okay. And again, with the wisdom, this is the Serenity Prayer card, which is, God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Well, you have the wisdom to know the difference. And this is where you're going to need to use it by releasing other people to their journey, by not taking on what they're judging and saying about your journey. Keep going. Release them to their journey and keep going. Don't allow them to steal, your passion, your success. It's time to reassess who you really are. This card is coming out for a lot of signs. It's time for you to really consider who you are, who you want to be, and really move into your gifts. Because it's your time. With that Six of Wands, it's very much your time. And you're being supported divinely in going in this new path. You really need to focus on that. Don't allow anything to distract you. And definitely don't be limited by past perceptions of who you were, yours or anybody else's perceptions. Okay, because now you're reassessing who you are and you're saying, no, I am very gifted. I'm going to move into that. And I'm going to follow these gifts because I've already been told that I'm successful in it. It doesn't matter if it looks logical or not. It doesn't matter if it looks to anybody else like it's going to work or not. You're already being told by the divine that it is successful. You are successful. Anything else for Gemini? Thank you. So, do not engage with this energy of the Seven of Swords. Do not engage with any energy that's trying to sort of steal your confidence or your glory or your success. Turn it all over to the divine. If somebody else is coming in and, they're jealous or they're sniping you or whatever, turn that over to the divine because everything's being handled this month. Or always, but, this month you're really going to see it, feel it. So turn it over. Ask for, just thank the divine in your team now. Just say thank you that you're handling all that. And you just focus on that spark within you and your gifts and what you're being guided to do. You stay in that full place of, I trust the divine, okay? You're doing amazing. And so this is just confirmation for you, encouragement for you to keep doing that. Keep doing what you're doing. And I'm wishing you a wonderful holiday time and New Year. And we will connect again very soon. I hope you'll let me know how this resonates. Bye.